By the way this weekend's going to go, today and tomorrow, tonight there's going to be a fair amount of talking. Tomorrow there'll be and a fair amount of releasing. Tomorrow will be almost all exclusively releasing. This is just, tonight is the basics, setting the foundations for it. Tonight and the first hour tomorrow. All right? So, with that, I've given you the history wrap. Let's see. Okay, by the way, I want to tell you, my intention whenever I teach a course like this is that within 12 to 18 months, every one of you ends up with so much love, so much joy, so much peace, so much freedom that you magnetize the right relationships, or your current relationships change, your health changes, your financial situation changes, and your spiritual life opens up. That's my intention when I teach this class. What I'd like for each one of you right now is to take 30 seconds and think about, what is your intention here? Okay? Pretty clear? Clear enough? Okay, good. So, how many of you are willing to have a breakthrough today and tomorrow? Can I see your hands? All right, I'm seeing them, all right. So how many of you are willing to show up 100% to get that breakthrough? Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. All right, I'm going to hold you to that. Because sometimes it feels like, because we're going to bring up a lot of stuff, and it's going to feel better when it's gone. Okay? Now, I want you to take 30 seconds and imagine a breakthrough in your life. What does that look like? Okay? That's sort of enriching your intention here, right? Okay. And it could be that breakthrough, it could be another, and it could be big or it could be small. All right? But it's my commitment to you is we're going to open up some things within you, within your emotional body, heal them. That will be a big breakthrough. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to use this thing called accelerated learning. Because studies show that you hear a lecture and you lose 90% of it. But if you're actively involved with it, by the way, talk about stories. I'll just digress here for a second. I was a minister for 18 years. I don't know if you all know that, but I was. And that's why we're here in this church building. This is my church building. So my first years as a minister, I'd give these most brilliant sermons. I just tell you they were brilliant. And no one could remember a thing. And I started telling stories, and they could remember stories. That's why Jesus taught in parables. People could remember it. That's why stories you remember. But that's why we're going to use some accelerated learning. So we have some information on these posters up here. And what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to read it off, and I'm going to ask you to repeat it out loud to me. Okay? So welcome all feelings. Wonderful. Love is the answer. Want equals lack. Momentum. All right, so now turn to a neighbor and read those three again, back and forth to each other. So welcome all feelings. Love is the answer. Want equals lack. Okay, let's get going. So here's the first most basic kind of release. The most basic, the most simple. So it's called the not so bad release technique. Not so bad. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to say something and I want you to say not so bad, okay? So you stub your toe. Right. You lose $5. Somebody cuts you off in traffic. You order a dish at a restaurant, it's not great. Your pet dies. Ooh. A little harder there, isn't it? Okay, but here's the thing. Okay? Just take it for a second that in the vast scope of who we are, is it so bad to feel sad? It's not so bad, is it? Okay? Donald Trump gets reelected. Watch me. Here's what you're doing. Okay? Right now we're all wired to react a certain way. Something happens, we clutch up, we get upset, we get angry, we get this, we get that. And it's just a neurological habit. It's just an energetic habit. You could say, as Catherine does, so what? Okay? If you don't like not so bad, you can say, so what? Okay? Because what you're doing is you're rewiring your body. It's a very basic process. Does that make sense, or are you still confused? Okay, so when you say not so bad, you can't go to not so bad. Is that right? Okay, good. So hold on to those feelings, and we'll try another approach. All right? Okay, good. So that's the basic one. That's the first baby step. Is it because what we're doing is we're rewiring our energetic body to have a different response than what we've been conditioned to in our culture. Okay? So let's go to the next style of releasing. It's called the kinesthetic style. Up there you can see there's 3 ways to release. It's called kinesthetic, and I think it says letting go of figuring things out, and the third way is letting go of the 3 wants. We're not going to deal with the 3 wants tonight. That'll be tomorrow. So, but this kinesthetic style, what I want you to do is understand, first of all, a little theory behind it. The idea is that our minds, which are very creative, our minds are sort of a recording and playback. You remember the old cassettes? You know, you can record, you can play back, you can erase. But the thing is, the mind takes everything in, it records it somewhere inside of our system, but it doesn't ever release, doesn't ever erase. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the body to release, to erase. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of something that bothers you. Think of something that you're unhappy with, you're frustrated with. Okay? And just check. It may help, by the way, sometimes it's cut off the mind. I shouldn't say cut off the mind, to disengage the mind. It may help to put your chin down on your chest, but you don't have to. But down here is where everything's stored and where it can be released. So what I want you to do is think about whatever it is that's bothering you, and just check your torso. It can be anywhere in your body, but check your torso. That's where it's most common. And check to see if you feel some kind of sensation there. It could be very faint. It could be very strong. But what I want you to do, if you can find that feeling, is just open up. It's like put an imaginary window there and just let that energy flow on out. Some people would rather do like a chimney and let it fly out that way. It doesn't matter. However you want to do it, you're basically letting the energy move out. Let it move out some more. and more. So let me ask you, you can let your heads up. How many people could feel a feeling? Okay. Most people who could not feel a feeling. There are some people who could not, who don't. Okay. It's okay. There are other ways to release, and you will become more fluent with your feelings. You'll start to feel them. Okay. So, but most people, and that's about how it is. So good. And did the energy start to move for you? Yes? No. No back here? But you felt the energy? Okay? It's okay, good. So next time, just be with it. Don't expect it to move. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So, you ready to try it again? Okay, good. So think of somebody in your past, maybe, or current, whatever it is, and maybe put your head down, maybe not, and feel the feeling. It's okay to intensify the feeling. It actually helps sometimes to help you to heal it, to let it go. And either open up some imaginary window or door there and let the energy flow out, or it's perfectly acceptable to simply be with that sensation. When we're being with the sensation, if we're accepting it, it's a way of a back door to loving it. We don't want to be judging it. You notice what's happening is we're catching the energy before it becomes a story. So there's no judgment about it. It's just energy. It's not good. It's not bad. And could you just either be with that energy, or could you open up and let that energy go? Be with that energy some more. Open up and let that go. And let it go some more. And when you're ready, pull your head up if you have it down. So how did it go this time? So what's your experience when this energy shifts or moves? Does it feel bad or does it feel good? Feels good, doesn't it? Feels lighter? Easier? Okay, that's releasing. Okay, that little simple thing like that is releasing. So what we've been taught since childhood, the ways to manage your feelings are express it. We vent our energy. We suppress it. We don't, we shove it down and don't feel it. We go do something like an escape. Okay? We watch television, we eat, whatever it is we want to do, we drink, whatever we do, so we don't have to feel it. So now you have a fourth way. You can let the energy go and release it. I'm going to give you a fifth way also, and this comes out of the study of the heart. Okay, and it becomes, what you'll find is by adding the value of the heart and the opening of the heart, this becomes a skyrocket. The way we do it with the heart, and I'll just tell you now, we won't really do it, is instead of releasing that energy, we move the energy up into our heart and let it transform into some divine quality. Maybe you want more love in your life. Maybe you want more compassion, more beauty, more truth, more wisdom. But what the heart does, the heart is this machine that just transforms energy for you. And instead of, for years with the release technique, I would just let all this energy go. When I started studying the heart, there's a group called I Am Heart that just studies the heart and meditates with the heart. They go, well, why would you let energy go? It's valuable stuff. It's good stuff. Okay? I said, yeah, but it's old stuff. And I go, no, transform it. And you will notice once you start doing this, and you can pick some qualities that you want to develop in 2020 and just start developing them. Imagine, in a year from now, you're more compassionate. How would that feel? That you're more loving, that you're kinder, that you're stronger. You don't have to be just soft ones. You could be courageous. How would it feel if you're more courageous a year from now? It's a big shift in your life. It's really a big shift.